Hey Anthony, what's up? It is Tuesday and I am trying something different today. Jump shot! Okay, so first off, a jump shot is the name of that shot that we typically use where you're just one place and then you jump to another. And the reason I said jump shot instead of actually just editing it is because I want to try to make this video for you without making any edits whatsoever, or if I really have to, then making as few edits as I possibly can. Jump shot! And the reason I'm doing this is because on Sunday I was filming the first episode for a channel I'm starting called Conjecture, which I'll tell you more about in my next video blog next Tuesday because I should have edited it by the weekend. But anyway, it took me around 70 minutes to actually film it all, and that's just because I was in front of the camera, I was talking, I was performing, and I wasn't doing it poorly, but I just kept on thinking time after time again I could have been doing it better. Jump shot! So I want to see what it's like to do this video without making any edits, because you'll notice that, I think I'm doing a pretty good job now, but you'll notice that I'm not going to sound as cohesive, or my arguments might not be as structurally sound as they would be. And I have with me, what? This stopped for whatever reason. Okay, well I have a stopwatch counting down the time that I'm doing. I don't know why it just randomly stopped, I don't know how long I've been doing this for now. But, so in addition to that, I have also a little thing of, you can't really see, but a little topic list of things I'm going to talk about so I don't just forget and then not know what I'm going to say. Jump shot! Okay, so, yeah, I already told you about what's going on and I'll be less coherent. But basically, I was at my internship yesterday with the New Leaf Initiative, and we did this really cool exercise where everyone was paired up into groups of two, and one person just talked for 5 minutes, and the other just listened. The listener could ask questions very sparsely, but the way my partner Ryan and I did it was, when we were the listener, we didn't talk at all. And it was really cool, because it's interesting to see what comes out of you when you're just doing a stream of consciousness kind of thing for 5 minutes, and it's the talker is literally just saying whatever's on their mind, and the listener is just listening. So they don't have anything, to ask the talker, but at the end of this exercise you're basically supposed to, tell each other what you thought about this and how being a listener or a talker affected you. Jump shot! And basically, we came to the conclusion that listening and taking the time to formulate answers is not so highly regarded. So for example, if you were in an interview and they asked you a question, wouldn't you want to respond really quickly, right? If they said something like, you have $1 million, how would you change the world? I feel like that's a difficult question. But when we're being interviewed, most of us want to respond immediately because society has sort of instilled in us that taking time to respond indicates weakness or uncertainty. Jump shot. And I think sometimes indicating uncertainty can be a good thing, because if you're in an interview and they ask you a tough question like that, I think it makes sense to take time to respond. Even right now, here, I'm thinking of what to say to respond, and now that I think about it, that blog style, with the jump shots and everything, was probably used initially to just eliminate those kinds of pauses, right? So that the viewers aren't just sitting there going, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Jump shot. Because I think a lot of the times, if we take the time to think about it, that is a really good way to approach things. And if you're in an interview with an employer, you could say something like, if I take time to think of my response, it's not because I am trying to make things awkward or whatever, it's because I'm really thinking about my response. And I think people would really appreciate that, not only that explanation, but that thought process that goes behind that. And I think, really, we should live in a society where it's okay to take the time to think, but we don't entirely, Because just when they're awkward, or not, see, even I'm using the word awkward, but when there are silent pauses, people just go, oh, this is awkward. But, is that necessarily a bad thing? And if we feel awkward, should we be able to make ourselves not feel awkward? Because again, those silent pauses show that we actually think and care deeply about what we're saying. I think it's... I could be wrong with this. I think it was Native Americans who we were a certain group of Native Americans who we were talking about yesterday, who when you ask them a question, they will take maybe 20 seconds or 10 seconds to think about it and then respond to you, because they really value questions and they want to make sure their answer is as coherent and it addresses all the parts of your question and it really gets their opinion out there thoroughly. Jump shot. Okay, so something else that's crazy about this, it's already been, I think, around 5 minutes, so I'm gonna have to end the vlog, but I want to leave you with that you should take the time to think about your responses before you answer them, because even though people may really value, you know, that bang bang, he answered really quickly, that's not always what's better. I'll see you on Friday, Anthony.